Now we arrive at the residence of the poor grieving wife, who isn't grieving yet because she doesn't know, but we're about to tell her.
Feel it. She's going to be grieving real soon. Do we get to deliver the news?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, I'm Cole Phelps. I'm a war hero. Guess who ain't a war hero and dead? Your husband. Got it.
I'm sorry to say, your husband is probably dead. Dead before he ever made detective. This must be a tragedy for you.
But you can make detective in his stead.
Please come in.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
Man of little taste.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
He's always busy at night, lathering his car in blood.
Found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh, no.
He really loves that.
Adrian.
He really loves that blood, says Adrian.
We found a pipe with blood at the scene. Technically, I'm not lying to you.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window. At the side of the house.
You send your husband out for a whole pig one day and he never comes back. It makes you think.
Okay, her line back there about there being an insta-heat thing right outside the house.
Of course, officer.
That is a puzzle. She's directing you to a puzzle to solve that I completely ignore. It will be shown in the end part of this video.
Alternate universe Cole doubts it all and is way smarter than this Cole.
Alternate universe Cole actively solves puzzles.
He just doesn't know how to work people. People are the real puzzles.
Yeah. Well, regular Cole doesn't need to solve puzzles because he's that much of a boss.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago. Maybe it's time we took a
What
look
kind
around
of
outside.
animal installs piping systems?
Ah, the perfect cover. Why would I use a pipe to beat someone? I need those pipes for my heater.
Exactly.
Must have been one of those guys down the road who doesn't have a heater. Just lives in cold. He was jealous of me and my Hoover. And my heating. And my wife. And my blue Lincoln.
Nice, man.
I'll stop now.
And my pictures of ducks.
You must be a fan of The Walking Dead Season 2.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
Well. 2 matches missing.
Maybe Adrian was a patron.
What does this say?
And I should have an address.
3 matches missing, actually.
4.
Don't question.
Someone used a match.
Someone lit the stove.
Suspicious.
Hey, newspaper cutscene. It's time for more of the actual plot of the game.
Lie down.
It's just lying on this woman's kitchen table.
Yeah, so you remember...
Dining room
you
table?
remember this doctor guy? He talked to Sheldon, who we also saw in Cole's War flashbacks.
Ah, yes.
This is the war buddy Sheldon wanted the doctor to look at. He figures into the story later on.
My skull, it feels like it's in a vice.
I want to give you something to calm your nerves.
Just believe me implicitly.
And this is showing that the doctor might be a little bit shady. Just a bit.
Yeah, he's got a string quartet in his office.
Maybe just a little bit
I want to take you
too
on a
trusting
journey,
of drugs.
a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past. Occasions that made you laugh. Times that...
Look at his mouth.
Face looks weird.
Like that time back in Japan. Wasn't that fun? Man, Cole really gets a lot more out of the newspapers than everyone else does. Okay, suspect that guy for later on. No evidence, but I can doubt him all I want.
That's my secret, Doctor. I'm always doubting.
You have an appointment at 9:30 on Tuesday. Do I really?
This
doubt
picture
that.
looks suspicious.
This is the kind of frame you could kill someone with. just like a lead pipe. Is he gonna crawl under their bed for looking for a dead pig?
Cole's not that adventurous. Why did Stefan close the door behind him?
Another picture.
Separate bedrooms, separate pictures.
It's the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Must be a fan.
What could it be?
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Nice.
He's an adulterer. He deserved to get eaten by a pig.
He's a ballsy adulterer as well.
This must be Adrian's.
Without his glasses, he could never see the pig coming.
Stenzel. So the glasses are a match.
Is the only man in LA with Stenzel glasses.
Everyone else is like, they have no style. He's like, no. The craftsmanship is spectacular. If I wear these glasses, I might just make a spectacle of myself.
Fuck you.
Ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing.
I think you're looking at that joke through the wrong lens there, Lime.
Ugh.
I like how all this is just completely in plain sight.
It's the obvious criminals who hide stuff.
See, I'm trying to trigger a clue that pops up where if you visit both their bedrooms, it says you have it gives you the clue marriage problems, but that hasn't come up.
Yeah, so he hasn't got that yet. He might be an adulterer, but their marriage was solid.
So, right about now, Cole is just kind of like looking at the wall with his notebook in his hand.
He's just thinking, I think he's really confused by the fact that all this shit has appeared in his notebook.
How did this all get?
Yeah.
I could go for some adultery.
I think I left that in here because I was going to explain something, but I forgot what I was going to explain.
Nice. So we just got to explain it for ourselves.
Yeah.
The mystery is what Neo wanted us to know, and everything else.
See, I'm desperately trying to trigger that clue right now.
He's just like waving around his hand. Marriage, marriage. What's the next word? Begins with a P. Marriage personalities? No, that's not right. Marriage particulars? Oh, I've got to arrange that soon. I'll ring up my boss. What do people have in marriages?
KGPL.
Problems. Thank you.
Putting you through now.
So yeah, we're just getting an address for the bar
How
so
can
that
I
we
help
can
you,
investigate
Detective?
there.
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's
After
bar.
we're done with the wife,
Detective, one moment.
after we've put her through the ringer.
Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thank you.
Nice.
Cole didn't even ask to use that phone, he just did.
And she was right there watching.
Alright, I've just racked up a massive phone bill. I could have reversed the charges, but, you know,
Receipt in the trunk of your
not my
husband's
house.
car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would
He's
be
one of
way
those
more-
tools.
God knows what he's up to.
Just like us.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Did your husband tell you where
They
he
should
was
drink
last
far
night?
apart.
You see, ma'am,
That was-
as a
for a drink.
premier detective of the LAPD, I can tell you that drinking is wrong.
Nothing out of the usual then.
Well,
If I drink, I wouldn't be able to tell what I'm
he
doing.
never comes home early.
Oh, he never comes home
I might
early.
go around doubting
He went
everyone.
out early too. He normally never leaves.
There's nothing to worry about then. He's always out late. Let's just leave it. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that?
Detective sense, Miss Black.
Adrian.
Detective
he lives close to
sense.
work.
I could smell the whiff of Kavanaugh in the
Adrian
car.
spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
I doubt that.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's
Something I'd
from
like
his
to
most
just point
recent
out. A lot of the
business trip to
period-appropriate
Seattle.
music they put in here is some of the same songs that appear on the Fallout 4 soundtrack. I thought that was nice.
I
Well,
don't
they
think
only
she sounds
produced
like-
like 4 tracks in the 1940s.
I mean, it makes sense that the games would share some
Incredibly rude
songs,
and
but still.
insensitive.
I
Yeah.
was just happy
But did you know
recognizing
that?
it's all over.
I've told you what I know about the picture.
Scroll
Yeah.
all the way down.
What about Nicole?
That's Cole physically does that too.
Was your husband going
So
to
imagine
leave her?
being interrogated by Cole and he just takes out his notebook and he's just like
I've seen
moving
it
his
all.
pencil up and down before talking to you.
He thinks I'm stupid. But women say
It's an intimidation move. You don't doubt a notebook.
if he intended
A man
to
is
leave
fallible.
me for
Notebooks.
just a fling,
Notebooks are incorruptible.
God only knows. I only want
You can
to
only
know
log
that
truth.
he's safe.
Falsehood is fiction, and that ain't fiction.
I like how after each one of these, Cole just puts like, I brought this up last time, but he just puts a check mark next to it. It's like, yep.
Yes.
Get
It's
that
like he's
down.
got review evidence at the bottom of the page. It's like a reminder.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They looked terrible.
Says you. They were styling. Plus 25 detective points.
Nice.
I'm sorry. If there's nothing
If
more,
we level up,
I
we
will-
have 4 intuition.
Oh no, that's not how they use intuition. You use it to cheat.
I mean, yeah.
Intuition
we gotta save that.
Intuition is very easily replaced by an FAQ on your phone while you're playing the game.
But that's cheating too.
I like to think of it as Cole's true detective vision.
Actually, yeah, you're right. What is being a detective more than figuring it out?
I'm waiting to see if Stefan will fucking talk to me. You got anything to say, Stefan? Anything?
Marriage. Marriage.
Stefan, what do you think about marriage? Just as a concept.
Just in general.
How's you feel? Cole, you can't drive and use your phone at the same time. Yes, but I'm looking up the answers.
Also, where'd you get a phone with a screen like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good map.
Yeah, I like it.
I had to look up my map.
Why can't we just use the GPS?
No, that's me. Yeah, you can check how far away random crimes are. Oh yeah, hidden vehicles. I talked about those. I'm not getting hidden vehicles. I'm not getting golden phone wheels either. I'm only collecting the newspapers. That's the only optional thing I care about. But yeah,
You can,
it's
you
too
can get
far away.
newspapers at a store, though.
Yeah, just go to the newsstand.
No, we have to. We're not paying for our own newspapers. We have to find them. Cole does not pay for newspapers.
Information yearns to be free. What's so special about secret cars, anyway? That just means people are ashamed of them.
Well, they're hidden in garages, and then you unlock them. Now they're in, like, your car fucking bestiary. That's all I can think to call it.
These people aren't ashamed of their cars. They're driving them in public, in broad daylight.
They don't. Well, they're okay with plebeians casting their eyes upon the cars.
I think you're approaching this from the wrong angle.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there.
Why
in
is
one
Stefan?
Hey, you got him to talk!
Stefan's like, every time I fucking crash into somebody's car or knock down a street lamp, Stefan's like, ugh, what are you doing,
So critical.
Cole?
You crash into something. Stefan just loses his shit and calls like, "Can you please give some constructive criticism?"
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Damn.
Nice.
Fuck. Shut down.
You looking for someone?
Why didn't you get an option in that?
2 club sandwiches.
You know Frank.
You wanted that to be an interview.
Sure. Frank's your regular.
Yeah. Hey, I know you. Lie. Correct.
There needs to be more action-like doubting going on.
Refill my coffee fast.
Quick time events.
Who's asking?
If you miss it, you lose.
Cole Phelps.
The cops reviewing you are like, well, you didn't doubt that guy on the street, so what does that really mean?
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't quick-witted enough.
This guy's a great
No,
liar.
I hadn't heard that.
He's the most cunning
Found Black's car,
person we've had to
abandoned in
deal
a
with
freight
yet.
depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
First level boss.
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
What to do?
Ooh, ooh. Ooh. What the fuck?
This seems like a trustworthy guy.
You're lying.
How about a
Morgan.
game of
You were
poker?
there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
You work there? I kind of have to assume.
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car.
Ah, yeah, he doesn't work there. He works at the tools, which supplies to the
Well, it
railroad.
technically has your name on it.
All right, already. That fool Adrian.
Technically it
Scott
says
was down in
F Morgan,
Seattle.
but, you know.
He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
Once again,
That
a
face.
very cunning argument.
Trustworthy. Yeah,
You sit here and
he's
hold my
solid.
crotch until you leave.
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan.
Look at Bukowski.
Or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
How intimidating
Hold up
he
at my
is.
place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
Okay, wallet and phone.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help,
Man,
Morgan.
Cole, you've just made this way more awkward to explain to his wife. He's in the wrong though. He really
Doubt,
should have just
doubt,
said, "Look,
doubt.
Okay. Saying I love cops, that was the last straw. I was gonna let him go, but no, fuck this.
if you love cops, you get to spend some more time with us."
Arrest him, right?
Don't think of these as handcuffs. Think of
You
them
got
as
Morgan's address?
friend cuffs.
Let's get over to his apartment.
Think of him as a policeman's hug.
Broad has socks.
And just saunter
So
on
really,
over to the car.
this whole case has just been making things a lot harder for a man to explain to his wife.
Yeah.
I just had to cover my car in pig's blood instead of explain that I don't love you anymore. But really, actions speak
The
louder than
marriage may not
words.
have had problems before, but after we're done with it, oh boy.
I've met some pretty good liars in my time.
Oh yeah.
People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. Huh. The type is clever, hard to catch out.
Frank Morgan is not
That's
one of
what you
those
think, Cole.
No, he is not.
I was pretty fooled by him.
11K, go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat, not
Oh
human.
Oh shit, who would have
It's an
guessed?
alien.
Analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL. Kind of reel this guy in, Phelps.
Adrian Black was abducted by aliens. Those alien blood.
It seems likely.
Who then implicated Frank Morgan,
Yeah.
an alien confidant.
Oh, and you blew through that stop sign.
Is this the original XCOM remake that everyone hated because it was in the 1950s
You mean
and all cartoony?
the
Is
Bureau
this what it
XCOM
became?
Declassified?
I do, before it was made into a third-person shooter with
Yeah.
Mass Effect shit going on. And nothing beyond that.
It was such a bland game, I'm surprised you haven't played it 3 times and reviewed it, Snake.
You're driving the wrong way.
Thank you.
See, I'm seeing past you, Neo. I'm doubting you. You said you were going to be the good cop, but I just saw, like, 5 traffic violations.
Well, I'm in traffic, it doesn't matter. They're gonna assign... They're going to
You
assign
are also
me
traffic.
to investigate it.
Yeah. Case closed. It was me.
Another
Good work, Phelps.
Another brilliant fucking conclusion. What about...
It's in the newspaper. Local cop hits 5 lampposts and Cole flashes back to him hitting 5 lampposts.
Help you, gentlemen? LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest. Look.
For wasting your wife's time.
I never tried to hurt anyone.
There is no escape from LA for you, bitch.
I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my thing.
He seems like a... Whoa!
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
He seemed like a big guy. How is he this
you're
nimble?
not... Yeah, if you shoot him, you get a bad end.
I mean, that's a matter of
Actually, you might
perspective,
not be
isn't it?
allowed to shoot him. I forget.
Mr. Black, get back here right
I might
now.
just fail you if you do. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
There you
Stefan
go.
just cuts him off.
Stop right there, Adrian. Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
You're not on reality
I thought it would be
TV.
easier. No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this. You're gonna lose your
I
job,
could have solved
lose your job,
15
and probably
murders
live
in
the
the
big
time it took you to do
house.
this,
I hope
Black.
you're worth it, Adrian.
15.
You know, they just listed his charges, but I'm still not really entirely sure how he broke the law.
He faked his own death.
You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case. And
That's
a
really
fine
the only thing
style,
he did.
too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you...
Man, you're giving the city fucking council work to do.
Really, I see what you mean, because like you can make an argument for fraud, but conspiracy isn't a crime. It's usually conspiracy to do something, not just conspiracy.
Yeah.
So we're all guilty then.
I mean, I guess in theory, I get the charge would probably be more accurately described as like conspiracy to commit fraud.
Yeah.
But he was already being fraudulent by that point. The conspiracy was just a cherry on top, really.
And here's our best friend, Doubtverse Cole.
You're lying. You killed your husband. And Morgan
You
helped
see,
you
the
cover
further
it.
we go along, we're actually going to see, like, scars appear on his face.
I love my husband. On what basis could you possibly...
And his voice will get more snarky.
And eventually we'll just get prompts to start throwing criminals out of windows.
The situation doesn't look good, Margaret. You need to tell me what you know.
There's no need to be so aggressive.
I think there's every need to be aggressive.
I'm also a victim.
There's a word on my mind that I'm really trying to remember, and it annoys me.
Where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
In Seattle. Is Frank a pig?
He was really going because you told him to meet you at the rail yards. That's where you jumped him.
Oh, that's strong.
Overactive imagination, young man.
Yeah, the fucking
Damn.
lies that you can back out of are also pretty great.
She should, like, confess to that just by how impressively out there it was. Like, yeah, I did that. That's really cool, isn't it?
I've never been near a rail yard in my life.
Whoa.
Only the proles go there.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that?
Stefan right next to him just like, oh my god, I hate this guy so much.
Fine, Margaret.
I'm moving away.
Kavanaugh's is your hangout.
Damn.
Your tiny mind must really be aching. Do you have any evidence that proves I've ever been in that bar?
A matchbox. Come on, use the matchbox. Oh.
No. There is no, there is no specific dialogue for specific wrong evidence. It's just a generic
It's just
It's just a generic projection.
that makes a lot of sense, but it's a damn shame.
Unlike you.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
No, you're lying.
That's a lie, Margaret.
You can't afford new glasses.
I like how every single line relates to her being at the rail yard, no matter what question it's jumping off of.
She was at the rail yard, damn it. I'm gonna figure out how.
So you disposed of the new pair after you killed your husband. You made a mistake in leaving the
I never did.
Doubt versus Cole is fun.
Throwing around accusations at a time like this.
This is the correct playthrough, I'm just gonna say.
Look at Stefan!
He's so uncomfortable.
I don't know what this guy's doing, but I can't speak up now.
We're in too deep.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it.
If you put the brakes on this Cole, you end up at the bottom of a river.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that.
Damn right.
I told you what I know about the picture.
The picture that paints you at the rail yard.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that?
Oh, you fucking pansy, Cole.
You and your husband are in separate bedrooms. What gives?
What gives?
Away, Margaret?
The fuck is this?
No, I did not. My husband and I may have drifted apart, but it wasn't my choice.
And here's the puzzle
Half finished.
we didn't do. Cole just randomly decides, yeah, whatever. I'll do this, I guess. I'll fix their fucking... You know, Cole always wanted to be a fucking, pipe repairman.
He wanted to be in plumbing, but was just like, my true calling is doubting people.
He said,
the pipes never lie, and that makes them boring.
No, there, no.
So this is where Surgeon Simulator came from.
Where is this one?
Is better.
That can't be right.
One more.
I'll have this one day.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him.
Confirmed.
They must have had marriage problems.
Salem is a little closer to home.
So yeah, that's, basically just gives you the option to ask Miss Black, about her alibi, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, I might just get proven wrong right here, but who knows? I recorded this a while ago. I think it does.
It's fine. We'll
You gotta
know.
find her first.
We're about to find out.
This is wrong verse, Cole.
I'm all right now, detectives.
Back for one more, Miss Black.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances.
I was enjoying pissing you off so much, I just had to come back for more.
You're not accusing me, are you?
You should really be used to this by now.
Awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Why?
Yes, I am accusing you. Your husband was going to leave you. That's motive. Now your only alibi is an empty house. Get it off your chest. Tell me the truth.
Whatever your theories are, you're going to have to prove that I was there and that I wanted to hurt him. Do you think you can do that, detective?
I mean, I'm trying really fucking hard.
Sorry.
That's my favorite one.
The tree to see what falls out.
The evidence is stacking up, Mrs. It all places you at the rail yard.
Wow, he's confident.
I've already told you I was here all night alone.
Yeah, you keep saying that, and I don't believe it. So you admit it is evidence.
Your lack of cooperation can only hinder our investigation, Mrs. Black. I think you were in on it, Morgan. You drove down there, and you let Black have it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I'm a bad boy. That the best you got?
That's a lie.
Got us.
When did you last see Adrian?
Hell, I don't know. I had plenty to drink last night. Things are a little sketchy.
You're lying, Morgan. What happened?
You're a lightweight, Morgan.
I have 10 guys who'll say I was here the whole night.
You think you can prove I was there?
Fuck. Again, he's calling our bluffs.
It's a tough nut to crack.
This Kavanaugh's matchbook. Oh.
You through making accusations you can't
Yeah,
back up?
there's no specific. It's just
Doesn't
generic
matter.
rejection like that.
Your excuses don't help. Let's
That's
see
a
how you
shame.
enjoy the LAPD taking an interest in your life.
You want my opinion?
Alright, and here's, if you fuck up the interview with Morgan, the game gives you an out by giving you a short, sort of stealth action piece where you tail him.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. It works. So the only way to solve this is to make Stefan useful.
If you get stupid, basically the game punishes you with action scenes.
Right, fail it, make the game fun. You got it.
Wow. Snake, there's...
I bought a Rockstar game, I just want a rooty tooty
There's
point
more
and
to
shooty.
fun than violence, Snake.
Nah.
Yeah, no, not really.
So yeah, this is the tailing. This is the earliest time you can do it, but there are times where it will be mandatory. There are two types of tailing. This is tailing in a car. There's also tailing on foot. Tailing in a car is pretty simple. Basically, you just do not knock over street lamps or crash into people, and stay close to them, but far away enough that it's not obvious that you're right on their heels. And just follow them wherever they're going, and they do have a definite end point.
I just want to know that this is stolen from True Crime Streets of LA Noire.
Well,
in that game, if you fail certain scenes, you are punished with tailing.
Whoa.
Keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you kind of failed to keep a low profile there.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, if you are causing too much of a ruckus, on the mini-map there, the red car that you're tailing will start to blink, which will indicate that they are going to notice you if you keep up your shenanigans. And if you hold B, the camera will tilt towards and slightly focus on the car you're tailing. And that's essentially it.
So just drive slower. You call it simple, but that also entails not hitting street lamps, and I can't forgive those two things in my head.
On foot tailing is a lot more involved. But
yeah, this just is slowly follow.
On foot tailing involves like fucking cartoonish, grab a giant newspaper and cover your head with it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe Cole is doing that now while driving.
He just has like a big newspaper up.
You can't say from this angle.
Up so it looks like he's casual.
But he's actually flashbacking and driving at the same time.
He actually has his tires pop up and he does like the tippy toe thing, but with his car.
Crash bang wallop.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Nice.
Day one of the big time, and you're already tailing drunks home from bars. You having fun yet? I told you it was non-stop glamour working traffic.
Stefan, you're on my shit list.
I'm just trying to learn.
Oh, come on, Phelps. Save the creepy teachers
Fuck.
that stuff for Leary.
You know, in an alternate universe, I feel you would be completely needless. This isn't the Doubt universe, this is the Stefan verse. You missed the building completely, fuckwit. It's over here.
Nah.
Come on, get in here.
Apartment 2.
Good job.
Nice.
Here we have a slightly different cutscene, and that is the extent of how differently a case like this can go. Are you impressed?
Not really.
I mean, no.
Well, it's the first case.
Who the hell is
There'll
that?
be more variations
Will you
later on.
relax? Jesus, Adrian, I told you, we're in the clear. I'll get it.
Ah, shit.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice one. I'm impressed now.
Mr. Black,
And that's the end of it. That was the driver's seat.
You're both arrested for conspiracy.
Yeah. Phelps could be proud of himself now. We're detective now, boys.
There's no point running, Adrian.